And it's, sometimes people watch it like it's an old movie. I don't want them to watch it like that. I think if you watch it with them and provide context, I think they'll really get a lot more out of it. Because the young people that I've seen and watched ladies wrestling are like, hey, this is kind of cool, this is good. What a different environment, you know? So I would say that's the biggest thing they're missing is the environment that they're part of.
The fact that we had to pay to see big matches. Our TV matches were an enhancement behind against a good guy. You had to pay to see a player wrestle when I was a kid. He might be one Saturday every 2 months possibly for a 2-3-minute match. So where, again, like he said, you see a man in action, man of good caliber all the time. The product has changed, and I don't want to sound like a grumpy old man and sit here and bash it because it's different, and I still love it. But it is different than what we grew up on, and so that takes some adjustment on our part too. Some of the things the kids do today, physically, blow my mind at how athletic they are and the things they pull off. And so that's always fun to watch. And anytime a product, a sport, everything evolves, so you evolve with it, you get back behind.
I think one thing that's changed is health is wealth concept, because I think a lot of the athletes today, they don't realize how important it is to take care of your body, not just gym, but like health-wise, look the part, not just looking the part as far as, you know, or a wrestler, but like taking care of yourself so you can be here for the long haul. And that's more than just, you know, the look, it's the body, it's mental, it's physical, it's spiritual. And all, because this sport, this business, this career will really tear you apart. And if you jump in and thinking that you're gonna jump in and you're gonna be a millionaire and this and that, you're gonna come out a totally different person than you went in. And a lot of times it's a whole person on the other side. So I think the mindset of knowing that when you're getting into this, that you need to get into it all the way or not at all, because if you're going halfway, the other half of your body is gonna hate you, or the other half of your mind is scared.
The thing I think is wrong is it's one word, it's viral. All the kids nowadays are trying to go viral on social media. They want to get the clicks and they want to get the likes. No offense, but I can't call my mortgage company and say, hey, I was retweeted 1 million times, so you should forgive my payment this month. So I try to tell the kids, it's okay to go viral, you gotta make money out of it too. And I think they're going too much to try to make the viral moment instead of telling a story or making a connection with the fans. Harley always told us, you have to evolve with wrestling, because wrestling evolves. And you heard the two of them say, you can watch wrestling anytime now. We had to wait for it. So social media is a new thing in our generation. We're not experts at it, but we are experts at how to make money, or we try to be. And we have to try to combine the two. How do we teach the kids? Yeah, you can try to get the click, but you also got to do the other stuff. What the three of them just mentioned, that's the stuff you got to do. So that way we can make a hybrid. And then not only they get better, the wrestling gets better. We get better because we learn something, and the wrestling keeps going on.
So this is another question for the complete panel. You gentlemen have been across this country, across the world, planes, trains, and automobiles. Is there any road story that you're comfortable with telling today?
Oh man, there's so many. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. So as y'all know, Caprice and I were in Ring of Honor, we're in Maryland, and it was the night before they were doing a Future of Honor show that we were featured on, and we were hungry. So we were
out of every story though.
Every story of my whole career, I tell everybody this one because everyone knows Caprice is probably the most honest man in the world. I mean, when he says he's a man of faith, he is. And so we decided to go to a gas station and we got chicken. So we all get in the car, we're all sitting there. Caprice sits down, we get up to the stoplight. Caprice goes, man, how'd you guys pay for your chicken? And we said, what do you mean? He says, they didn't charge me for my chicken. And I said, no, you had to go to the self-checkout. Hey, there's a self-checkout? He said, yeah. So he's like, well, we gotta turn around. I gotta go pay. And the owner starts
someone, "You're coming to get me, right?" I said, "Caprice, you're fine. It's okay."
But what made it so funny is knowing him on a personal level, how good of a man he is, how good of a father he is, how good of a leader he is, a man of God. It's a slip up, it's an honest mistake. But every single time I get a chance to tell the story to embarrass this young man, I'm going to do it.
He stole chicken.
He stole chicken. A lot of chicken.
Yeah,
It was a lot of chicken.
I don't know how I messed it up when I was late. I just, brother, how the rest of All right, I'm gonna tell the one that when I was young, okay? So, when I was young, driving around, every 2 weeks we would probably go down to the wild side in Georgia, and my brother, Sweet Dreams, he started riding with me, so I would drive to Charlotte, pick him up, and then drive down to Georgia. And one night, I was driving, and I was tired, I had to drop him off in Charlotte, and I was like, oh man, I got 2 hours home, but I really wanted to get home. And I said, man, I'm gonna stop by the store or whatever, and get something to drink or whatever. I said, all right, cool. And so we stopped by the store, we got some Sprites or whatever, and dropped them off. And so I drove home, I drank the Sprite, and I got home. When I got home, I called and said, hey man, I got it, bro. That Sprite got me, bro. And I'm good. I don't even know if I'm gonna be able to sleep tonight. I'm hyped, man. He said, I appreciate you doing it. I just wanted to let you know I got home. He said, Caprice. I was like, what? He said, Sprite doesn't have any caffeine.
I went with Raven for a long time, so I got a lot of road stories, but I can't tell any of them.
That's why I'm
Just kidding.
position on you.
So the one road story that I would like to share with everyone, when I first started wrestling on TV, I had a teacher get in touch with me from a 5th or 6th grade class, and I was doing a blog. She said, my kids want to know, you talk about being so busy all the time. You wrestle for 6 minutes on Monday night. Like, I see you, like, how's that hard? And they didn't comprehend that for us to get to Nitro that started at 8 o'clock, we had to fly out that morning at 5 a.m. to a town and they go. One road story, when WCW got bought by WWF at the time, and there were about 20 of us left that weren't employed by the company, they got picked up by World Wrestling All-Stars. And we left Atlanta in October, last 9/11, and there weren't allowed planes to fly across country. We had to stop at Dallas or Chicago to go across the country. So we had an Australian tour coming up, and there was a group of about 20 of us. We all flew out of Atlanta. We flew to Chicago to Dallas. I'm sorry, Chicago to LA. We had delayed in LA, LA City. Our first show was in Perth, which was on the west coast of Australia. From the time we left Atlanta, no time change. There was 56 hours of travel before we got to our first town. And we were in airports or an airplane. And so when somebody says, what are you talking about? Your job's hard. You wrestle for 6 minutes on Monday nights, 56 hours in a plane.
Yeah.
That was my longest travel story ever. As far as a road story, and we get there, the last part of the story, it was Road Dogg, it was Lady, it was Vampiro was with us, Norman Smiley was with us, Stevie Ray was with us, Jeff Jarrett was with us. We had a good group of guys, right? And Buck back row, we got there and they had a bus waiting on us, and we had to walk like half a mile to get to this bus. And we're all in line, 56 hours we're playing. And we're walking all of a sudden, Buff goes, everybody stop! Stop, 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 move around. We're all the guys fixed up warm. Ouch. It was true.
Let me ask you guys a quick question, because I grew up watching the WCW era, ECW era, and something I go back to when I watch some of those old matches is the crowd reaction that happened. Like I watch today, and I just don't feel like those things coming down from the rafters and the flock coming out and Goldberg jackhammering somebody. Can you guys explain maybe what you guys felt during those days of those, essentially those huge pops in those arenas during WCW?
So I have a unique experience on that question alone because the flock sat in the front row. one thing to hear that response in the locker room. It's another thing to sit in that crowd and be out there and actually hear it and be a part of it. And like you said, the Goldberg pop was always huge. The music, his moves, all that stuff. Another thing that got a huge pop that never came across on TV that I'll never forget, like the second or third time I had on, Raven, can you believe that? He looks like an idiot. Hacksaw Jim Duggan. The place was crazy. He walks in that curtain. Oh, the whole place. I'm like, who did it? That never came across on TV. The reaction that guy got. But that's one thing I make my kids do at wrestling school. One of the things we watch is actually Fall Brawl from '98, the Raven and Saturn match, Saturn Freedom Fly. If you gotta go back and watch that match, and watch the false finishes in the ring, but keep an eye on the crowd. Every false finish, yeah! They stand up. Every false finish, and that just doesn't. And now there's like 27 false finishes, and fans are like, man. So it's just changed, it's different.
Yeah, I remember when I was in the crowd, the first show I ever went to as a fan was right after Paul Orndorff turned on Hulk Hogan. And it was the first match they had live. And I walked in and I see a handwritten sign that says sold out at the box office and everything, so it was quite an impression. I don't think it ever got as loud as that. I know when I was, the one I had in the ring certainly wasn't because of me. We were cops and working as extras with Triple H, Undertaker, and Kane. And they did the thing where Triple H, we were supposed to hold down Kane, and the play, it sounded like just people, it sounded almost like pyro, so loud, it just sounded so loud. And then Triple H was about to hit Undertaker with the, hold him up, so he was going to hit him with a sledgehammer. And the place just went crazy. I was also fortunate to be booked as an extra about 25 times when Austin was red hot and all that, mostly around the Northeast, and I mean, those pops were incredible too. So, but yeah, Hacksaw Jim Duggan, when I was at house shows, would be a huge reaction. It was him, Bruce, Power Beefcake, like all the people, Ultimate Mania got wrestling on the events, and they still get a great reaction.
I don't know if I'm a great answer to that question. I've seen a few, been there for a couple of hardcore tournaments. We didn't know the word was coming out, and then the reaction being probably so big, put it on the chest, that type of stuff. So yeah, I think that was probably a big one for me. I see a lot on TV, and I think personally, I think the reason why I'm applying for that huge is because those were rare. But I think they're recreating so much now. They're done so much that people are spoiled now. They're just desensitized.
I don't have a WCW outfit. Mine is actually a Ring of Honor one. When we were in Ring of Honor, they went out of their way to do secrets. And I remember the night I ever felt the building actually shake. Caprice was there for this. We're in the Hammerstein Ballroom. And they didn't tell anybody that Billy Ray joined the company. We didn't know until he actually walked past us. So he does that like third or fourth match before the end. Then in the main event, the Young Bucks win the match, and the lights go out. The next thing we know, we're standing in real, I'm standing next to him, and he goes, "Oh!" And the Hardy Boys walk past us, and they walk out.
That's how big a pop was.
That's how big the pop was. Hear that?
Did you turn it off and turn it on again?
Oh, there we go. I got it. But when the Hardy Boys, when the lights came on and they're in the ring across from the Young Bucks, the Hammerstein Ballroom was actually shaking.
Yeah.
Like our cameraman couldn't shoot because it was shaking so much.
You feel it.
You could feel it.
Feel it in your chest. Yeah.
That was insane.
Okay, so we're gonna cut to a couple of crowd questions and see if anybody has any questions from the panel. Does anybody have any questions from the panel?
Anybody have a question? Now is your chance.
Oh, you guys want to see some wrestling?
Yeah, they're ready for the wrestling start.
You guys ready for the wrestling? Well, we can get that started. I just have one question. to know that Mark James and Alex Evans just put you in a situation that you're gonna have to fight for your life. You're laughing.
Oh, yeah.
This is a serious matter.
I know.
How do you feel? How do you feel about it?
The match tonight.
Managing them, right?
So, Root City asked me to be a part of this match. Right after they said it's going to be a fight, I said, hey, there's only two things that Great City Bruiser does. That's drink and fight. I don't care who's standing in front of me. Win, lose, or draw, you're going to know that you got to fight with Great City Bruiser. And now that I got those guys with me, Pantheon, they don't stand a chance. They don't stand a chance. They've never been hit as hard as we're going to hit them. They can try all the rest of the moves they want, but we're going to punch them in their mouths. And we're going to come up with them. So I'm excited.
I'm glad you're excited. Yeah, clap it up! Clap it up there! Clap it up there! Clap it up. And so you gonna stand there?
What's that?
That's your final answer.
I'm ready.